The Elect Respect movement started as a conversation between a small group of women in Halton, founded by Burlington Mayor Marianne Meed Ward. They came together to share their experiences with harassment and abuse in a public life and to stand up for a better way forward. From that conversation came Elect Respect, a commitment to uphold the core values of democratic service, including the right to work free from threats, abuse, or intimidation. What began with a few voices has grown into a movement, and this past week, Toronto's City Council has adopted the resolution, complemented by an article in the Toronto Star. Thus, in my chat earlier today with Marianne Meed Ward, I asked, as the movement gains traction, what does this actually mean?
I hope that we are able to achieve respectful democracy across Canada and really spread it to the world. You know, people think Canadians are a peaceful people. We generally are. And, I'd really like this to catch on. And, when you look at, so this was great. The Star wrote about not only Toronto picking this up, but really wrote about some of the reasons why it's necessary and the stories of women primarily that have experienced, in my case and many others, death threats. I mean, this is just so far beyond what should be appropriate political discourse. This isn't even name calling, which is also inappropriate and dumb. It's not a way to persuade people of your argument or the merits thereof. So the more attention that can be put on this, a spotlight on, first of all, the bad behavior, but the good alternatives. This is a commitment we can all make. This is walk the talk. It's say what you believe in and then do it. And the fact that it's really resonating with people gives me a lot of hope that just by sheer snowball effect, it catching on everywhere, that we are able to really change the way we do democracy and have a more respectful democracy and really start focusing on debating the issues. There's so many big issues in our community, and there are different perspectives on how to solve those. That's what we need to be focused on talking about. So I'm hopeful. It's really great to see. It's really gratifying. I'm sad for the reasons why it's catching on, because everyone has a story, but I'm really happy that people are adding their name and saying, you know what, I'm about that too. I want a respectful democracy, and sign me up.
Now, if you can just get the people on the other side of their keyboards and phones and Twitter to
If
do so
only.
as well, that
If only.
is the real key. But baby steps, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about something central to Burlington here. Tell me about Burlington's proposed development charge reductions.
So our pipeline to permit committee, which is a standing committee of council, includes council members as well as people in the industry, the building and construction industry, WHBA, which is the Home Builders Association, Build, also another association, and residents in our community who are employed in home building. We all said, look, let's try for 100% development charge reduction, subject to conditions. And that's really important. It's not a free-for-all. So subject to achieving policy goals. For example, purpose-built rental. For example, 3-bedroom units. These are things that are hard for the market to simply provide, and we need more of those. So this is our way perhaps to incentivize some of those policy choices. Secondly, the provincial and federal government have been making a lot of noise about development charges, and they've been also pledging every step of the way that they are going to make us whole. So we are going to put them to the test. So the other condition is you must, government, now, if we do this on our side of the ledger, you said you'd be there for us. You need to backfill that, because the one thing we can all agree on is that development charges pay for important community infrastructure. So it still needs to be paid for. And then finally, that applications will have to achieve some level of start. So we need to define what that is, but they can't just come in and all apply in 2 years and then sit on their applications for decades. We have 6,900 of those already. But if some of those move to shovel in the ground, then mission accomplished, which is great. So the development industry actually agreed with all of that, thought they were really important protections and parameters. And they have said that the difference that this will make is being able to put a house on the market for a price somebody can pay for without losing money. And that's what we want to see, is getting more shovels in the ground.